Hey guys, we're working on turbo again. Today we're doing the back end. So we got tie rods, end links, which hopefully fit. We're gonna see because the front ones didn't. We got ball joints. We got the brackets for the rear sway bars. We got bushings for the control arms. And then over there, we got the back sway bar. Again, thank you to John Harris for giving me that for free. So we're gonna start off with the sway bar.
All right, hey guys, so my plan of attack is I'm going to take off the back engine mount, and then I'm gonna loosen up these bolts and drop the cross member. I'm hoping I can get it low enough where I can just slip the sway bar bracket in here along with the bolt, and it should be good to go. But because of how close this exhaust is to the cross member, I may not be able to do that. So we're gonna find out. Safety first. Yeah, that was fucking tight. All right, so these bolts are being stupid, and I don't have a lot of room to get my breaker bar in there or the impact gun. So what I'm gonna do is, oh, should put the glasses on. Take the lower control arm off, take the toe arm off. This has to come off, the control arm has to come off regardless. This doesn't, but it will give me the extra clearance. So I'll do that on both sides. Damn, that is loud. Alright, so we got that out. And woke up the whole fucking neighborhood. We already broke this one loose, so this one should be okay. Okay. Guys, so we got the the toe arm off, or whatever the hell the technical name is. So we're trying to I'm trying to loosen up the ball joint. The issue is the fucking cotter pin is rusted, and whoever put it in on this end over here, they stuck it in all the way, and then this is on the tail end over here. It's been essentially cut off. So what I'm gonna do is see if I can just muscle it off with the impact. That doesn't fit. I'm probably gonna have to use the breaker bar. That sucks. I'm not happy about that, but whatever. I think I should just be able to muscle it off. The ball joint's getting replaced, so not a big deal. Oh wait, wrong way. Oh, I'm an idiot. Boom! And there you go, it's coming off. So if you got a really rusted out cotter pin, you can typically just muscle it off, as you can plainly see here. Can you bring the camera around so you can see? Yeah, so as you can plainly see here, if this camera would focus, there you go. I literally just muscled it off. It's old and rusted, so not too bad. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is break the, crap, I probably shouldn't have done that shit. That was stupid of me, guys. I didn't think, and I took off the toe arm without loosening up the ball joints, the bolts that hold the ball joints. So the hub moves. That's stupid. I'm probably just going to use the impact gun, assuming that fits. Shouldn't be an issue. Come on, fit thing. Yes, it fits. There you go. Not an issue now. Sweet. That was the best investment ever. Investment, you hear that? Not a purchase, investment. All right, now we're going to take off these bolts, and the control arm will just come on off. Fuck, is that on there tight? Let's see what we can do here. And there's not much space because the transmission and axle are like right there, so that sucks. I'm gonna see if I can I'm gonna see if I can put something over it to. I really should have lifted the car up higher, and it's biting me in the ass now. There you go. Oh damn, that was fucking tight. This car is fighting me every fucking step in the way, and it's because I don't think a lot of these bolts have been undone as far as the rear suspension goes, because all of these bolts are fucking rusted. They're a pain in the ass to get off. Waking up the whole neighborhood again. All right, so we got the ball joint loosened up. We're gonna do this bolt right here. I don't know what the technical name is for it. That bolt, and then we'll take off the tow arm. All right, so this one's the same damn issue with the cotter pin just being ridiculously rusted. So just gonna try to muzzle it. Oh, there you go. Oh fuck. You guys hear that? It's my soul crying. The rust. Come on. Damn. Well, I loosened it up. Okay. We got both the lower control arms off. I completely took off that tow arm and I got lazy here. So we now have access to the subframe bolts. I'm gonna... Oh, this one. Why is that? That is really odd. So this side was extremely loose. All that side was super, super tight. I mean, both sides are equally rusty, so I'm a little confused about that. Let's hope this next one goes easy. We'll pray to baby Jesus. And holy shit, okay.
All right, guys, so just to recap, we got the lower control arms off, the tow arm off. I got lazy on one side and partially took it off. The subframe bolts are now completely loose, which is awesome. So the next thing I'm going to do is take off the ball joints, and then I'm going to burn out the bushings, and then the control arms cool down. I'm going to attempt to put the sway bar in, and I really hope I can get away with just lowering the control arm and sliding the sway bar with the bracket in, but we're going to see, because it's going to be a tight squeeze. So the pitman arm doesn't fit, which is stupid, like I mentioned in the last video, and my jaw puller broke, so I'm doing the hack thing, and I hammered it off. But when I hammered it off, it actually mushroomed the threads and everything like that, so I can't get this off. So what I'm doing is I'm literally just cutting the top of the joint off, because as you can see, it moves, it just isn't released. So this is why I do not advise people to hammer shit off, because then you got to cut stuff and it's stupid and annoying. But I got a new ball joint, so it's okay. Next thing we're going to do is take out the old torn bushings, and there's a couple ways you can do it. The first one is press them out. I don't have a press, so I'm going to burn them out. What I will say is I often see people doing it inefficiently, and by that I mean is they literally burn the bushing, and it's really stupid, it's inefficient. I guess I wouldn't do it. So the way I tell people to do it, and the way I do it, is I heat up the casing around it, because what happens is the outside of the bushing starts to boil, and then it will release from the metal, so it comes out way cleaner. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So obviously you'll need a torch for this. Always wear glasses.
We are now starting on the sway bar install. I really hope this goes easy and I'm able just to drop it down a little bit and then slide it on in. You're gonna see though. We shall see. I fucking hope, because this car has been fighting me every step of the way and it makes me want to burn it. I mean, I am burning the bushings, but the whole damn car. And that's not happy-ish. I don't know if that's even doing anything, but whatever.
Alright guys, so if you want to bring the camera under,
We got the sway bar mounted without dropping the subframe. That was the biggest pain in the ass ever, but I honestly should have just dropped the exhaust, but whatever. I was committed and I'm stubborn. So I got that. I'm trying to think what else. So I'm gonna finish burning out the bushings in the control arms, and then I think I'm gonna call it a day. So I'll probably reassemble everything tomorrow. I'll show you guys how that looks once it's reassembled, and then I'll be on to the next thing. Probably, I think I said fixing the coolant fans and then some wiring stuff, so that should be good.
hey guys, it's been a few days since I last shot. I finally got the car put back together, so I'm going to show you guys that right now.
All right, so we got new ball joints in. We also got, hopefully they show up okay. We got new bushings in here all the way around. Got the sway bar put in. Got the brackets. I am missing the end links. The company that I ordered them from sent me the wrong ones, so I am waiting on the new ones. Other than that though, I am going to get the car aligned, and then the suspension is done for the moment.
All right, before we close out this video, I got to show you one more thing, because when I found out about it, I was I was left scratching my head.
So that is the wall between the cabin and engine bay. As you can see, there's a freaking hole cut in it. My only guess is that there's some issue, and instead of just dropping the engine, the person who built the car decided to cut a hole in the engine bay or firewall. So I'm gonna have to fix that. It's rather annoying, to be honest, but I mean, I guess it is what it is.
So yeah, you know, the longer I have the car, I'm continuously shocked at how such poor quality work could be done to this thing. I don't know, it just leaves me scratching my head. Again, I understand the idea of an access panel, but I mean, at least like do it right. So I'm gonna fix that. I just thought I'd share that with you because it just, I'm a little stumped at that one. So, I mean, I guess that's the video right there. Like, comment, and if you would like to continue watch as I build this into something that's not a pile of shit, subscribe.